guys. Come with me as I travel to Abuja for the first time. Yes, I'm traveling to Abuja for the very first time in my life, and I'm also flying by air for the first time. First time traveling to Abuja and first time flying to Abuja. Yes, so this very day I had to get to the office to do one or two things before leaving. So my colleague and I were already headed to the airport, and it was an afternoon flight. At this point, I was actually feeling myself, but I was having mixed feelings. Yes, you heard me right. I was excited about the whole thing, and I was also scared. Guys, I was scared. So please, I know this video is a bit lengthy. Yes, I tried as much as possible to reduce the video, but guys, I want to take you guys through everything, like through everything that I went, like that I experienced. So at this point, guys, we got to the airport and we decided to buy snacks. This is what's this snacks called? This is hot dog, and it was sold for 1,002. I am not joking. Like, I was so upset. I could not even say I'm not buying again, because my colleague was like, Lydia, don't embarrass me. Because when the lady said 1,002, I was like, excuse me, 1,002 for what? How many? For the whole snacks in your show glass, or just this one? And guess what? We also bought a bottle of Coca Cola for 800 naira. I was like, guys, that money pay me, oh, but let's move on. So at this point, we've been checked in and we are waiting to board. And honestly, I was feeling my week. Yes, I was feeling my week because it always comes to the rescue on days like this when you have an impromptu trip or you have an impromptu occasion, and or you're very rich to make your hair, or you do not even have the luxury of time to go and sit in a salon to make your hair. Wigs will always, or your wig will always come to the rescue, and that was exactly what this wig did for me. Because when I was informed about this trip, I didn't have the luxury of time to go and sit in the salon to start making my hair. So I just had to dust my wig and put it on my head. Yes. Now this is our ticket. This is what the ticket looks like. So if you're like me and you'll be traveling for the first time, this is what a ticket looks like. So at this point, we are heading towards boarding, but there's a bus waiting for us outside to convey us down to where the plane is. And I was telling my colleague, but this thing is trackable now. Why do we have to queue, or why do we have to go through the process of entering the bus before going to something that I'm just like, it's just right in front of us. I can just see it there. And she was like, Lydia, why do you like stress? Please don't embarrass me. And let me say something about this bus. Okay, you can see that some people are standing and some of us are seated. The seat is actually meant for people that are, I won't say like the elderly or pregnant women or people that are kind of disabled. Exactly, you can see that they brought in some people on wheelchairs, so the seat is actually meant for them, for the elderly, for pregnant women and the likes. So yeah, we are actually heading towards the plane to board the plane. And guess what, guys, me too, I comported myself very well. I didn't do as if it was my first time. Yeah, that's what we call packaging. So at this point, they checked the number of times they checked this ticket. I can't count it. God, at some point I was like, what is it? At every point, anywhere you want to enter, any passage you want to pass through, you have to present your ticket. They have to check you. So, and one thing I noticed about this is like two people can't climb these stairs at the same time. It's one at a time. So if one person is going up there, if one person is going up into the plane, you have to wait until the person gets into the plane before you start climbing. So yeah, honestly, this is the fun and the most the most, should I say, the most wonderful part of the journey. This was where the anxiety, like, it grew, the fear, it went from like 1 to 100. I was just actually very scared. Yeah, like, I was scared. I said all the prayers in my, like, all the prayers I know how to pray. Lord, please let me land safely. Jesus, have mercy on me. Hey God, my baby is just 1 year old. Have mercy on me, God. Have mercy. It was so funny. Oh. At some point, in fact, the man sitting next to me, I'm sure this man will be wondering that what's wrong with this lady. Like, he was just making different signs. I didn't even send him at this point. I didn't package myself at all. What is packaging? Where there's like where, when your life is at risk. What is packaging? And honestly, I see this as one of the biggest risks like people take on a regular basis, flying on air. Honestly, it's God that protects us. Yes, we know that, but I feel this is one of the biggest risks. In fact, this is one of the what's it called? What are they called? Air hostess. And in my mind, I'm like, so these ladies they do this every day of their life. Are you guys not scared? I know it's a beautiful job. They love their jobs, right? But I was just like, I can't do this. I can't. Me feeling this way. I cannot imagine I'm feeling this way. Although they will be used to it, though. I was, in fact, if they had checked my BP at this point, like the way it would have risen, they would be like, what is this? What are you thinking about? Now, I think at this point we have landed, and I was so happy. You can see the way I signed, the way I was thanking God. That thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. It was a very funny experience. Okay, so here we've what's it called landed, and we our Uber guy is taking us to the hotel, and we already booked the hotel before leaving Lagos. And let me now say something about the hotel. Like all the hotels in Abuja, they are very expensive, oh. And this is one of the cheapest. Yes, you heard me right, cheapest. And each room is 51,980 something naira. You heard me right. I was like, in my Lagos that you can still get a room, a very good and affordable room for 15K for 10,000 naira. And initially, when I started, because I booked online, I started seeing prices. I saw 109, 234, 300 at Kineko. I was like, excuse me, for how many nights? Like, are we going to stay there for 1 year? Just a night. And we're so lucky to get this for 51,000 plus. 51,000, yes, you heard me right. And the hotel is a very beautiful place, honestly. And I remembered when I did my wedding that I booked almost 6 rooms for my friends and my friends and I. And how much did I pay for each room? I think some of the room um went for 6K or 7K, and the one my husband and I used was 8,000 naira, and that's like their executive. You can imagine. And then in this Abuja, Omo, I was telling my colleague that my big men they stay this Abuja because I don't understand. What if you had something to do in Abuja and you're going to spend like a whole week? Like imagine, and I want to stay in this cheap hotel, according to them, the cheapest hotel, 51,000 plus. So imagine 51,000 times multiplied by 7 days, or multiply by the number of days you're staying. That's a whole lot. Pardon me, I'm just as an accountant, your head will be spinning when you hear money like this. That if someone had told me, like if someone had gone on this trip and they bring back the receipt, I'll be like, excuse me, why can't you look for a cheaper room? But me myself, I experienced it and I was like, wow. But the room is okay. This is the TV. They have a chair. They have a wardrobe. And my colleague was already feeling at home here. Honestly, she had dropped her bag, dropped everything. She had placed her laptop on the table. She was already feeling at home, and I was just there taking you like going around the room to check what they have for us, to check if the 51K is really worth it. And honestly, it's really, really worth it. But in my opinion, I still think that the 51,000 naira is a lot. Guys, share your thoughts with me. What do you think about this room? Is it worth 51,000 naira? And if you're watching me from different states, how much is it like to book a night in your state in a standard hotel? So we had settled in and we decided to go to the restaurant to get dinner because both of us we were starving, like we were famished. And the reason we bought snacks at the airport in Lagos was because we didn't eat before we left the office, and then so we had to just snack on something. So imagine getting to the hotel at 7 p.m. and we've not had anything. In fact, let me make you guys laugh. The snacks they gave me, in the, like in the plane. I could not eat it due to fear. I was so scared that I could not even drink water. The fear was so much. So this is their restaurant. I think they have a very lovely ambience. It's a very cool place, and honestly the vibe, it was giving a very very good vibe. So we were ushered in by the waitress. In fact, the waitress in this restaurant, I would give them, I would rate them 100. Their So immediately we were ushered in, we were given the menu, we went through the menu and we ordered for fishbone fame. I think it was, yeah, it was 11,400 naira. Guys, just hold on, oh, wait and see the 11,400 naira fish they brought to my table. Because when I saw it, I was like, when they brought it to my table, I was still asking my colleague, please, where's the fish? And she was like, Lydia, please don't embarrass me. This is the fish. I was like, for 11,400 naira. Can they return it? Can we return this thing, please? Okay, so before they brought our order, sorry, before they brought our order, we ordered for um chicken wings, and this chicken wings is the best. Like, that's the only thing I enjoyed in everything we ate here that evening. The chicken wings, in fact, later I had to order for extra chicken wings. It was so yummy. This is their bread. We ordered for, what was it called? I ordered for Coke. If you know me, you should know by now that there's nothing you put on this table. There's no drink you put on this table. If there's no drink, if there's no Coke, then there's no drink on the table. Now, guys, look at that thing. That thing that is like fried egg. That's like that's the fish. Oh, that's the fish. That fish, the one on my in my plate and the one in my colleagues on my colleague's plate, that is what they sold for 11,400 naira. Guys, I don't know how to feel. The fish was tasteless. There was no salt in it, and my colleague was like, "No, Lydia, this fish is so yummy. It is like she has had it before." That was the reason she said, "Let's order this thing, Lydia. You like it?" It was not funny. Oh. So at this point, we have retired and we are about to sleep, and I was just here feeling myself, see my stressed face. Um, no be small thing. Guys, please, what can you recommend for me? My edges are so bad. I need recommendation. What can I use for my edges to grow my edges? I think right now I'm going to kind of suspend making of hair. Morning. Light of the world is awake. Okay, so this is day two, and yeah, this is day two, and we're actually preparing to go for the meeting. But right now, this is like past 8. The meeting is slated for 10 a.m. So right now, this is past 8, and we just want to go down to the restaurant and grab breakfast. Yeah. So I'm gonna take you guys along with me. Bye bye. Come to breakfast with me. Um, So we came down to the restaurant for breakfast. Apparently, the breakfast is part of our package. What we got for the 51,000 naira that we paid for that room is free breakfast and free Wi-Fi. So we had free internet all through, and this is me trying to make my tea. At this point I was confused. What am I even going to take? What is this? What is that? Okay, they said that's milk. That's what's it called? Milo. And honestly, I don't take Milo on a normal day. It's not like I don't take it, but I don't really like it. My tea is coffee. January to December, you always see me taking coffee. That's my regular tea. I love to take it. Even someone is saying here that is on LG. I know, right? I need deliverance. So I did not even know the reason why I took Milo, honestly, and it was kind of okay. Please don't criticize me. I still added sugar to that small cup of tea. Don't criticize me. I wanted to take two, and my colleague was like, Lydia, you can't be serious, right? Please drop that thing. And this is the hot water. And honestly, after taking the tea, we had to go to our seats to wait for the main breakfast. This is not the main breakfast, this is just tea. Okay, so we ordered for our breakfast, and we ordered for baked beans, egg, and bread, and sausage, and that was it for the about the breakfast. Okay, this is me at the meeting, right? And I was still feeling myself that, Lydia, you are so beautiful. Even though I was doing this video discreetly, I don't want people to really know that I was doing a video, because at that point we have serious minded people, so I will not look like the the unserious person among them. So when we got done with the meeting, our flight was in the evening, so we decided to tour Abuja before we leave. So we actually googled and we went to this park to check what they have, and it's a very very beautiful park. Honestly, this brought back my childhood memories of amusement park. I don't know if you reside in Lagos and you've been to amusement park before, please kindly um comment in the comment section and tell me what your experience was like, and if you really miss it, because honestly I really miss the exciting, I really miss the fun in the park. And this park kind of reminded me of it, kind of brought back the childhood memory. They have a lot of fun, like they have a lot of games in this place. Honestly, I was like, I wish we have somewhere like this in Lagos. And my colleague told me, I think she mentioned, I've forgotten the place she mentioned, that is on the highland, that they actually have things like this and everything. The gate fee is actually 500 naira. It's so cheap, like very very affordable. But for any game you're playing, for any of the, if you're using any of the, I don't know what this is called, please if you know what it is called, please let me know. For any of these games, let me just call them games, you pay 800 naira, and I think it's really really affordable. I wish I can get a place like this to take my nephews and my baby. That I would just take them during this what's it called, the Christmas holiday. Really. So that's it. We're just going round, checking everything out. And then my colleague showed me a game and she was like, Lydia, let's go and climb this thing. And when she showed me, I was like, no, you can't be serious. You can't be serious. How can you tell me to go and climb something like this? And then it's like a cycle. We'll now be cycling it with our leg. I said, which leg? That's our pointing at the thing. It was so slow, and I was like, how long am I going to? It's not something that I can just get tired at some point and say, I'm not doing again. My legs are hurting. Let me get